What's up, everybody? GeauxBurns doing the 10th installment of my Q&A series, a monthly thing I do, giving you the opportunity to ask me whatever question you'd like or want or desire to ask me, be it about Grand Theft Auto, gaming in general, personal questions, advice, etc. By the way, if you want to go back and watch previous installments of my Q&A series, feel free to do so via the playlist section on my gaming channel. And with that out of the way, let's go ahead and get to it, shall we? The first question comes from my old friend Adam, the artist formerly known as Aced Gamers. If you could travel anywhere in the world for 2 weeks, where would you go and why? Well, thanks for the question, Adam. And where on earth would GeauxBurns go for 2 weeks if I had 2 weeks?
2 weeks.
Excuse me?
That's right, I said 2 weeks. Okay, well, enough with the Total Recall reference. So if I had the passport and the money and 2 weeks to spare, I would probably end up going to the UK. Why? Because obviously I have some fans, some subscribers that happen to live in the UK. Plus, I've always wanted to go to the United Kingdom, check out England, Scotland, even Wales, check out London, and Stonehenge, the Highlands, Cardiff, Loch Ness. Maybe I can find Nessie while I'm there. Afterwards, I'll head on down to the pub, have a pint, try out some fish and chips, steal the TARDIS from the Doctor, then fly off to Ryza in the 24th century. Thanks for the question, as always, Adam. Our next question comes from Sharpshooter via Xbox One. He wants to know, what is my favorite idea for DLC in Grand Theft Auto 5 and Grand Theft Auto Online? Thanks for the question, Sharpshooter, aka Kevon. Alright, so what would I like to see in a new Grand Theft Auto Online DLC? Because I'm going to stick with Online instead of Grand Theft Auto 5. Even though I would really like to see an awesome story DLC come out, and I'm sure we're going to get one eventually, probably sometime this year. Now, what would I love to have as a DLC? Now, obviously, we have had a lot of DLCs, but they're usually the same with a few exceptions. They have some new vehicles, they have some new clothing, they have new weapons. Every now and then we get some new death matches and races, and new creator modes like LTS. And Heist was probably the big game changer a few months back in April, but most of the time we are lucky just to get some decent cars, some sweet threads, and badass weapons. I want a DLC that is like Heist, but in its own way, a game changer for Grand Theft Auto Online. Despite the fact I still have fun playing Grand Theft Auto Online, something that Delinquent, Hatchet, and I talked about the other day when we were gaming together is after a while, you kind of feel like you've been there, done that when you're going around on the map, riding down the GOH, flying around in a chopper like I am in the Valkyrie, which you need my primary character on the Xbox One. Just doing all this stuff. It's a beautiful world still, even after nearly 2 years. The reality is, I would like somewhere new to explore. And I think that's something most of the gamers in Grand Theft Auto Online want as well. So what better DLC than an expansion DLC featuring a new location, like a fully realized version of North Yankton. I realize there's rumors out there regarding Clifford City, some code that was found on Grand Theft Auto 5 PC. Maybe, just maybe, Rockstar is actually adding to and building up the North Yankton map. I don't expect it to be as big as San Andreas and Grand Theft Auto 5, maybe half the size, but it would just be really cool if we could go check out all the sites of North Yankton, like Clifford City, which I think will probably be a little bit bigger than the size of Paleto Bay, maybe a couple towers for some high-rise living, and just go off and be able to do some goofing around, missions, races, and more while exploring the North Yankton map. If Rockstar is in fact doing this, they're probably going to use North Yankton for the story mode DLC, but hopefully, just hopefully, they will also include North Yankton as another place that we can go explore and check out in Grand Theft Auto Online. Before we move on, I'm going to extend that question that Sharpshooter asked to you. What is your favorite DLC idea that A, you've come up with, or B, you've heard about? Feel free and let me know below in the comment section. Now, technically, the next question on the list was not submitted by anybody, but it's one that's been asked by Hatchet and several others. Do I look like Janine, my primary character on the Xbox One, in real life? Well, the answer is pretty obvious right there. Face reveal. That's right. After 500 subs, actually, I did a face reveal a few months ago in a previous Q&A. Yes, that is what I look like. I put several photos up this time, doing a little comparison between Janine and myself. And sorry, I don't have pink hair. Sorry, I don't look all femmy and girly. I'm just a regular freak of a guy. I'm sure there's at least one or two of you that's disappointed about that. But of all three of my Grand Theft Auto Online characters, Janine, Cynthia, my secondary character on the Xbox One, and of course GB over on the PlayStation 4, I guess I more or less resemble GB, or GB resembles me more than, say, my other two characters, which is why I always like to have him wearing a stupid hockey mask or one of the masks that came with the Heist update. But when it comes to character creations in games like Grand Theft Auto Online, Skyrim, etc., I've always liked to play around. Test out the various different options that you have for a character, because I have a very wild, crazy, vivid imagination. And unlike Grand Theft Auto Online, where you can only have up to 2 characters, in Skyrim you have several races to choose from. And I like to go in, play as one character, one species for a while, create their own story, and then when I get bored of that character, I start over with an entirely new character, new species, etc. That's just the way I've always been. Now, the final question we're going to go over feels kind of like a broken record, because I've been through this time and time and time again in video after video, and I think even in one or two of my Q&A videos, and in the Stallion Rant video, and in the YouTuber Rant video, I mentioned this, but I still get messages on Xbox and PlayStation asking me the same damn question, even though I have repeatedly given the same answer over and over, and yes, over again. And most of you who follow me on a regular basis know how frustrating I'm starting to get with this, even though I do sympathize with everybody concerning the issue regarding the Stallion. Now, here's the question. Can I dupe your Stallion? You know what? I'm just going to let Cartman answer this one.
You only need one, fat boy.